What is everybody? It is Cooper146 here. Yet again, everybody, on today is my late, out-of-date Fast Lane 2015 pay-per-view review that was on the WWE Network. Yeah, I'm going to be reviewing it. It's only a day late, but I mean, I just don't kind of like reviewing. Some shows I like reviewing the pay-per-view after it happens, but, Fast Lane wasn't that much noteworthy things. It was like, oh my god, I need to make a video on this now. So basically, I'm just going to do these, after. Probably WrestleMania, you'll see me do the review right after this. But, anyways, Fast Lane, here's the review. I'm going to give you my insights on the matches and what happened as, what transpired at the FedEx Forum on February 22nd, 2015 in Memphis, Tennessee. The opener, the curtain jerker, if you will, Dolph Ziggler, Ryback, and Eric Rowan, or should I say Big Red, versus Seth Rollins, hashtag Push Kane, and Big Show. And remember, hashtag Push Kane. But yeah, Rollins, Kane, and Big Show pick up the win here. The match was normally comprised of Eric Rowan's leg being isolated because he went for the spinning heel kick. I believe it was Big Show. I'm not sure. And he missed it on the ring post, and then they kind of isolated him. The crowd was actually into this match. They were saying, chanting, "Let's go Ziggler," and then "Feed me more." Chants were definitely really loud in there. Ziggler got in the match, and then he got on Kane, going for the 10 punches, and then the neck breaker and the spinning neck breaker off the turnbuckle. Then he had him held up there, kind of pressed, and then Big Show knocked him out. Kane, hits the chokeslam because obviously Kane wins. Kane needs the W and needs that pinfall victory, and then, of course, Ziggler needs to lose and eat the pin here. But yeah, after the match, the Authority pretty much tried to put down Ryback, Big Red, and Ziggler, but to their dismay, Randall Keith Orton, the Viper, comes out, destroys J&J Security. I believe he RKO'd Kane. Big Show just kind of stood at the end, and Rollins just kind of ran away. But yeah, Orton's back. You can kind of tell that it was going to happen because they just wouldn't have the pay-per-view start off with this like a regular SmackDown or a Raw ending of the Authority standing tall. But then coming up next after this, Goldust versus Stardust. Before the match, Goldust said, "I need to beat the hell out of my brother because Stardust, I can't take this anymore, and I want to get my brother back." And I thought that was they've done a great job of telling the story so far. I think they've had at least a 3 or 4 weeks build, and continuing on before that. For this match, I thought my expectations were maybe a little bit too high, but it didn't come across well at all. It was just a standard TV match. I think that maybe they're saving this for WrestleMania. I'm not sure. This is being done as Raw is happening, but I paused the TV screen. So currently it is 9:40, so that means there's about an hour and 20 minutes left of Raw. Maybe they're going to do Cody versus Goldust at WrestleMania, and Stardust is going to turn back to Cody. But yeah, it should be a better match if it's at WrestleMania. There'll be, more time to build it up. We still got 5 more weeks left, which is different than the other 6 weeks. But, it's still a pretty long while for them to build it up and add some awesome emotional ties to the storyline. It will be interesting to see how they handle this. But yeah, it was a weird botch finish at the end, and Goldust picks up the W here, which means they probably will have a second match to follow this because, Goldust is going to be retiring soon, and Stardust is going to, Cody's definitely got to get the upper hand out of this and win the last match. The match after this, the WWE Tag Team Championship match, the Usos and Naomi. Whew, Naomi, baby. Tyson, Kidd, and Cesaro with Natalya. Okay. Usos, to my surprise, did not retain their tag team championships here. Kidd and Cesaro, the masters of the WWE Universe, the upper cats. I don't know. sharpshooter and the neutralizer. I have no idea what their name is. This kid and Cesaro. They pick up the Tag Team Championships. So that means Cesaro is a United States and a WWE Tag Team Champion. My boy Cesaro has some gold. This is one step. This is one minor step. This is one minor step for Cesaro, but this is a giant leap for the WWE to give Cesaro a championship around his waist. You know, we're getting closer. Maybe we can get a mid-card title, and eventually we're going to get us a WWE Championship reign, hopefully. I'm probably begging for too much here from Cesaro, but Cesaro and Kid get the W here. Happy for those two guys. A good, solid tag team match. Kind of a TV tag team match, but just a little bit better than a TV quality match. But a very good, you know, match for a pay-per-view because it needed to do what it needed to do, and that was establish Kid and Cesaro as the top tag team, and they beat the Usos. And I think they've only been together for like 2 months. I don't want to do that whole 2 months of the day like the Kevin Owens stuff, but wow, they've been together for like a little bit, and they've gelled well, and they've won the tag team titles. Next was the Sting and Triple H face to face. This was pretty much for the subscribers. This was for the new WWE Network for subscribers. This was for people to tune in because Sting is going to be there. Sting didn't say one word. I don't know if there's a strategy to that, and it's okay if they don't want Sting to say a word. I get it. Eventually, he's going to have to say at least something, you know. But Triple H did most of the talking and went to attack Sting. And then, you know, Sting kind of fought back. And then Triple H would beat down Sting again. He grabbed the sledgehammer. And then Sting's gun, a.k.a. the bat. That was really cool how he had it up to Triple H's face. But I don't know. In my opinion, I think a sledgehammer would definitely win a fight against the bat if you ask me. But, I mean, maybe I'm just nitpicking here. But yeah, Sting, you know, has the bat up to Triple H's chin around here, and then he points at the WrestleMania sign. That was pretty cool. I still think they're kind of overdoing it how they did, you know, with WrestleMania 27 with Taker and Triple H not saying a word. But here it's kind of the same deal where they're not saying a word, they're just pointing at the WrestleMania sign. Then Triple H is kind of nodding and saying, okay, you want that? And then they confirm it later in the show. Then Triple H goes for an advantage as he leaves. Sting hits him with the bat. And then we get the Scorpion Death Drop to end this right here. So it'll be interesting how they build this up. Obviously, they have to make Sting have a little bit of obstacle because they can't have just Sting go straight in there and just bury Triple H, you know, in those 5 weeks of build. They have to have Triple H at least pedigree him once or twice during this point of time, in this period of time. Then the next match, Divas Championship match, Nikki Bella versus Paige. Nikki Bella wins. Moving on. Intercontinental Championship match, Bad News Barrett versus Dean Ambrose. TV quality match, nothing special here. Not really. I wasn't really looking forward to be honest because, you know, Dean Ambrose, like my friend John said in his review, he's much better than this. He was one of the better members of the Shield, and each member of the Shield was great, you know. But I think Ambrose was just, he had a lot going for him, and he was doing great during the summer, and then he hit a rock bottom and an underwhelming feud with Bray Wyatt. And then he just kind of killed his momentum because he lost at least 3 out of the 5 matches against Wyatt in his winter feud with him. He got tossed out in the Rumble by Kane and Big Show like he was nothing. And then he's going after the IC Championship. I like the build heading into it, but Ambrose does not win the match because Barrett gets disqualified and Ambrose steals the title afterwards. So, yeah, and I just saw on Raw that R-Truth is in contention for the Intercontinental Championship. Dolph Ziggler just beat Barrett. Ambrose bumped Dolph Ziggler, so we might get a fatal 4-way for the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe Ryback wins against Barrett, and maybe some other guy wins against Barrett. You know, we might get a 6-pack challenge match or something like that. I like those multi-man matches to add dimensions. I don't think some people like the 6-pack challenge matches, but that'd be pretty cool. So say you have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, you have a tag team match, then you have an Intercontinental Championship match like a 6-pack challenge or a championship scramble or a fatal 4-way match or whatever. But you have to have a lot of dimensions and stuff like that. So it's going to be really cool to see what they do for the Intercontinental Championship. At least it'll be defended, unlike last year when Big E was just kind of thrown in there with the Battle Royal thing. Then all of a sudden the Druids come out. And man, Memphis really, you know, they really embraced it. Like, I think they were just so surprised. They were like, what? Is Undertaker coming out? Like, what? Like, he literally got no reaction. Like, I'm so glad Undertaker didn't come out because that would have been a horrible reaction and the welcoming back to the Undertaker, the legend that is the Undertaker. And like Memphis didn't have anything. They just didn't say a word. They're like, what? Okay, this is cool. Druids come down with the torches, you know the deal. Bring the casket in there, and Wyatt's in the casket. He starts laughing, and then basically he says, "You're broken," yada yada yada. Same stuff he's pretty much been saying over the past couple of weeks. And Wyatt, says, "I would claim your soul at WrestleMania." Then does a laugh, and then lays right back down into the casket, and he's rolled away. There we go. So it's Wyatt and Undertaker. I'm going to be giving my thoughts and opinions on each and every single match of WrestleMania in each separate video, because I'm not going to do a prediction video. I'm just going to do one match, and I'll give you my thoughts, like full in-depth thoughts of Wyatt versus Undertaker. U.S. title match, John Cena versus Rusev. Good match. Definitely a good showcase here of both men showing their talents and skills, but definitely Rusev shined during this match. Rusev does pick up the win here, but John Cena once again is protected because there's always an excuse with John Cena. He got low blowed, he got kicked in the face, and then he passed out. It would have been better for just Cena to tap out, to make it a really crazy and intriguing storyline heading into WrestleMania and to build sympathy up for him and get the crowd behind him, but WWE would not do that because they're just dumb. Rusev picks up the win here, but in 5 weeks, Rusev is going to get the Umaga treatment. Not the Bray Wyatt treatment. That's a different scenario. Not the Bray Wyatt treatment. He's going to get the He's going to get the Umaga treatment. Going to lose the first time, and then it's just going to go downhill from there. Umaga equals Rusev. Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns is the main event, and wow, what a fantastic match. Storytelling was there, intense, big fight feel of that. It was kind of hostile there. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns chants going back and forth. Roman Reigns' first great match, his first wow match. Obviously Daniel Bryan was in there, but Roman Reigns did a good job on his own. Now, although I may despise Roman Reigns, I cannot stand the man. I think he's a Samoan piece of crap, and I really don't like him. But I got to give him props. Did a great job of really getting this match over, and it was fantastic. There was a lot of counters going back and forth, and reversals of holds and stuff like that. And Roman Reigns did a lot of cool moves in there, fighting out of submissions and all that kind of stuff, and finishers here and there. Bryan did an excellent job and just a fantastic job of putting Reigns over here. And then after the match, shakes Roman Reigns' hand after, and by the way, the finish was great. A knee into the, the running knee that gets countered into the spear. That was really, really cool. That was great. And then, they shake hands, and then Bryan's like, you better kick his ass at WrestleMania. You better. Because Bryan won that spot too, and Bryan's like, if that was me, I would have done the same thing. But Roman Reigns, you better do it for me. So that was really cool. That was really cool how maybe the fans will accept Roman Reigns now that Bryan, is I guess liking Roman Reigns now. I'm not sure, but Roman Reigns wins the match. He's going to WrestleMania. WWE stuck with their plan. They didn't cave in to the Yes Movement. Yeah. Reigns is going to WrestleMania to face Lesnar. We'll see how that is. I'll give you my thoughts later in the coming weeks building towards WrestleMania. And also, before we WrestleMania, you guys can expect some videos here and there. You can expect the topical videos of predictions and stuff like that. You can expect the WrestleMania 30 series, the day in the life videos heading into WrestleMania to get you maybe more excited, maybe more pumped up for the show and event itself. Just look forward to that, guys, and maybe there'll be some more videos, possibly some more pay-per-view reviews. I've actually watched a couple shows. I have the Destruction of the Shield Blu-ray that I'm going to be reviewing soon. I have a couple action figure videos actually on my computer that I can upload anytime I want to. It's just a matter of time of me actually uploading them. So thank you for watching. Fast Lane 2015 overall was a show again. Bryan and Reigns was great. The best. It rivals Neville and Baylor or Balor or whatever. I know the NXT marks are gonna probably jump on me for saying Finn Balor's name wrong because that's just what they do. But yeah, this match was good, as good or maybe even better than Neville and Baylor. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Fastlane 2015, good. It was a okay show. I'm gonna give it that. Thank you for watching. Comment down below your thoughts. Peace.